Have you ever noticed just how many electric bikes are buzzing around in Chinese cities? It's really
There
something.
you go. It's striking.
And it's not just people commuting, right? A huge number are actually moving goods. I mean, everything from like groceries to electronics.
Exactly. And that picture, it points to something much bigger than just, faster takeout. It's a fundamental shift in commerce.
That's it. And that's exactly what we're diving into today, this incredible rise of instant delivery in China and how it's completely reshaping retail.
It really is profound.
So, for you listening, you're someone who likes to get to grips with these big shifts, but maybe without getting totally bogged down in jargon, we're going to break this down.
Yeah, make it clear, engaging, give you the core understanding.
Consider it your fast track to getting smart on this. Efficient knowledge, that's the goal.
And we're basing this on a really insightful article. It does a great job of dissecting, the key parts of instant delivery and these, well, frankly, innovative business models that have sprung up.
Okay, so mission for today. Let's understand how instant delivery went from mostly food, Waimai as it started,
Mhm.
to becoming this bedrock of the whole retail scene, changing daily life for millions. Right, let's dig in. What were the initial conditions? Why did it take off there?
Well, you mentioned the bikes. And the sheer number is one thing, but then you think about the traffic in a lot of big Chinese cities.
Right, it can be gridlock.
Exactly. So suddenly, bikes, electric or even regular ones,
Yeah.
they're often just plain faster. They can weave through traffic. That agility was kind of the foundation.
Makes sense. And that gave an opening to the early players, didn't it? Like Meituan, the yellow bike.
Yeah, Meituan and Ali.me with the blue ones, they definitely jumped on that, starting mostly with food delivery. That Waimai.
But it didn't stop there, did it?
No, not at all. And this is where it gets really interesting. It just sort of naturally expanded beyond restaurant meals to delivering all kinds of general stuff. And that's a really key difference from, say, traditional couriers or even standard e-commerce delivery.
Oh, so?
Because it's not about massive, centralized warehouses miles away. Instant delivery taps into the stock of local shops, local stores.
Ah, right.
And it operates in a really tight radius, usually like within 5 kilometers or so.
Yeah.
It's hyper-local.
That localization is key for the speed then.
Absolutely. That's how they can hit those, frankly, amazing delivery times. We're talking, what, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe up to a couple of hours max.
Wow. It's kind of like Amazon Prime now, maybe, but often even faster and really built into the neighborhood fabric.
That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
And because it grew way beyond just food, the term instant delivery really captures it better now. It's a much bigger concept than just Waimai.
Okay. Got it. So we see the context, traffic, bikes, the food delivery start. Now how did instant delivery actually, transform retail?
Well, think about traditional e-commerce. Great, you get something tomorrow, maybe the day after.
Yeah, the standard promise.
But instant delivery offers something completely different. Speed, immediacy. That next day model just can't compete when you need something now.
That I need it right now
Yeah.
feeling. We've all had that. And the article mentioned sometimes waiting for regular deliveries is just inconvenient, right? If you're not home.
Exactly. That hassle factor.
Yeah.
So this demand for right now access, it's basically fueled a whole wave of new business models.
Like what?
Well, first, you've got these new retail supermarkets. Hema Fresh, that's Alibaba's big one, is a prime example.
The chemo, right. I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're fascinating. You can walk in and shop like a normal supermarket, or you can pull out your phone, use their app, and get fresh groceries delivered in like 30 minutes.
Whoa.
It's this idea of shop-warehouse integration. Really slick.
That blend of online and offline sounds powerful. What about quick commerce? How's that different?
Quick commerce is maybe a bit more streamlined.
Mhm.
Instead of these big supermarkets, they use networks of smaller, strategically placed warehouses.
Oh.
They call them kinjikang, pre-positioned warehouses. Think of them as mini hubs stocked with the most popular stuff.
So more targeted inventory.
Exactly. And it lets companies like Mirioxin or Dingdong Maikai expand coverage really fast, potentially with lower setup costs than building full supermarkets everywhere. It's about blanketing an area efficiently.
Interesting. A more decentralized warehouse approach. And it's not just these new tech companies, right? Traditional stores are getting in on this too.
Oh, absolutely. That's the store e-commerce piece. Your regular chain supermarkets, even independent little shops, are now offering instant delivery right from their own shelves.
Using their existing inventory.
Precisely. And it taps right into those scenarios. The article mentions that great phrase, busy, homebody, lazy, urgent, mang zai, yi ji.
Ah, yeah, I remember that. Covers all the bases.
It really does. You need stuff for dinner tonight, but you're stuck at work.
Your phone charger breaks. Urgent need.
Exactly. The convenience of just tapping your phone instead of getting ready, going out, finding parking. It's a huge driver, especially for non-food items now, too.
It really is. Like every local shop potentially has its own delivery fleet on demand. And then there's that other one, community group buying. That sounded unique.
Yeah, Shek Tuan Gu. It's really interesting. It works through social connections, often within a single apartment complex or neighborhood.
How does that work?
Usually there's a designated organizer,
Yeah.
maybe just an active resident, someone people trust. They'll gather orders from neighbors, place a bulk order,
Okay.
and then often use instant delivery services for that very last step, getting the items from the drop-off point to individual homes. It's very grassroots, very community-focused.
Like a tech-boosted neighborhood co-op almost.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And it saw a big comeback, actually. It builds community, which was especially valued during, say, the pandemic lockdowns. Plus, it's great for people who find regular shopping a bit harder, parents with kids, the elderly maybe.
So convenience and community connection. That's a powerful combo.
It is. And all these models together, they're basically flipping the old retail script.
How do you mean?
The article puts it perfectly. We've gone from people searching for goods
Right, going out to find stuff.
to goods searching for people. Your daily needs, they just come to you almost instantly, which maybe frees you up to go to the mall for fun, for the experience, not just because you have to get something.
That paints a picture of really different way of living. It makes instant delivery sound less like a service and more like, well, infrastructure.
I think that's exactly right. The article calls it the capillaries of urban logistics.
Capillaries. I like that.
Yeah, this fine-grained essential network enabling all these new businesses, helping traditional shops modernize. It's becoming vital.
Okay, so that's the why and the what. Let's get into the how. What makes this whole system tick so smoothly? What are the mechanics?
Well, you absolutely cannot overstate the role of smartphone payments.
Yeah.
Alipay, WeChat Pay, they're foundational.
More than just cashless convenience.
Oh, much more. It's the complete electronification of payment, as the article says. Seamless ordering online, instant prepayment. It removes all the friction. That digital layer is critical.
Right, no fumbling for cash at the door.
Exactly. And it's that combination, smartphones everywhere, mobile payments totally ingrained, and these super efficient delivery networks, those three things together are really the engine of China's changed consumer landscape. They just work together perfectly.
So beyond restaurant food, what kind of things are typically delivered this way? The article broke it down, right?
Yeah, into four main buckets. First, Meishi. That's the classic food delivery driven by, the homebody and lazy moments.
Okay, standard takeout.
Then Jinji urgent needs. That started big with pharmaceuticals. Needing medicine at 2 a.m. Instant delivery is a lifesaver.
Makes sense.
But it's expanded way beyond that. Cosmetics, like we mentioned, even digital stuff need a new phone today or a replacement cable. It covers those busy and urgent scenarios.
Right, immediate problems needing immediate solutions. What else?
Third is Shengguo daily life stuff. And this gets interesting. In some places, they're delivering official documents, like IDs, passports.
Really? Wow, skipping the bureaucratic queues.
Exactly. And even things like library book deliveries. It's about injecting convenience into all sorts of everyday chores.
That's pretty integrated. And the last one?
Shangji business use.
Yeah.
Basically, same city courier services for documents, samples, things like that, but faster, using the instant delivery network.
Yeah, so it touches pretty much every aspect of life, personal and professional. And the distance thing is key, you said, that short range.
Crucial. That typical sub-5 kilometer zone, the 30-minute to 2-hour window, that's what separates it from traditional couriers doing the long-haul next-day thing.
Right.
The article had that nice analogy. Instant delivery riders are like bees buzzing around locally.
Oh, yes, the bees.
Whereas traditional couriers are more like birds, covering big territories over longer time spans.
Bees versus birds.
Right.
And the sheer number of these bee journeys is staggering, right?
It's mind-blowing. The article cited Meituan doing, over 18 billion deliveries back in 2019?
Billion.
Billion. And the estimate for the total instant delivery market then was around 40 billion deliveries.
That's enormous.
It is. It was already getting close to the volume of traditional postal deliveries in China, which was about 60 billion.
Yeah.
Just puts it into perspective. Right?
Yeah.
Compare that to, say, Japan's entire traditional delivery volume of maybe 4.3 billion.
Wow. Okay, that scale is incredible. So who are the big companies making this happen besides Meituan and LA.me?
Well, Fenyao is a big one. It actually started as Eli.me's delivery arm, but now it's part of Alibaba.
Okay.
And they're huge, operating in something like 1,200 cities, delivering all sorts of goods, really powering Alibaba's whole new retail push.
A major logistics player then.
Definitely. Then you've got SF Express. They're a really well-respected traditional courier.
Right, known for quality.
Exactly. They launched their own instant service, SF Tongcheng Jikusong.
Right.
They focus on speed and reliability, like 30 to 60 minutes. So they're popular for department stores, luxury brands, that kind of thing.
Makes sense for higher value stuff.
Then there's Data now. They're partnered up with JD.com, the big e-commerce player, for their JD Dioja service. Their reach is massive, like 2,400 cities.
Wow.
And one more mentioned is Shansong Flash Delivery. They have a slightly different model, more like a one-to-one dedicated messenger.
Like a bike courier just for your package?
Kind of. They promise super fast pickup, maybe 10 minutes, and incredibly quick delivery. The example was like 23 minutes for 5 kilometers.
That's ridiculously fast. It sounds like it must rely on just a massive army of raiders, though.
Well, initially, yes. It was very much about mobilizing that huge workforce on e-bikes. But the article stresses there's a big shift happening now
Towards.
towards technology,
Yeah.
automation. They're looking at ways to make it more efficient, more scalable, beyond just adding more people.
Okay. So robots and drones.
Exactly. Unmanned delivery is definitely being developed and even deployed. Both ground vehicles, little carts, and drones.
Any standout examples?
The article mentioned unmanned carts being used really successfully during the pandemic to deliver medical supplies. That was a really critical use case.
Yeah, you can see the value there. How are they generally using these autonomous vehicles?
Right now, the focus seems to be very much on that last mile, or maybe even the last few hundred meters.
Okay.
So getting goods from a local hub, which might just be a small neighborhood shop, acting as a mini depot, right to the customer's building or doorstep.
And carts work well for that.
Apparently, yes. Especially more controlled environments. Think residential compounds, business parks, campuses, factories. The routes are predictable, less chance of, vandalism or accidents. Some are even being integrated with elevators now.
Wow, delivery right to your floor, potentially. What about drones? Where do they fit in?
Drones seem to be more for overcoming geographical hurdles. Rivers, mountains, valleys, places where ground transport is slow or difficult.
So more rural or suburban?
Often, yeah. And maybe less about direct-to-consumer drops and more about connecting different points in the delivery chain, like a relay system, bridging the gaps.
Got it. So carts for the final meters, drones for the tricky bits in between. It must be incredibly complex managing all this millions of orders, different goods, riders, robots.
Oh, unbelievably complex. And that's where the algorithms come in. The article really highlights how crucial these sophisticated platform algorithms are.
The software running it all.
Exactly. They're constantly optimizing everything, figuring out the best rider for each delivery based on location, type goods, urgency, traffic, all to maximize speed and keep costs down.
So it benefits everyone.
That's the goal. Cheaper, faster delivery for the customer, and hopefully more deliveries and better income for the riders because the system is just running more efficiently. It's a huge, real-time optimization puzzle.
Okay, fascinating stuff on the how. So we've got the why, what, and how. Let's hit the so what. How has all this really changed the bigger picture of retail beyond just those first few models?
Right, this is where you see the deeper transformation. We talked about the new formats popping up. YMI, new retail supermarkets, quick commerce. But it's gone way beyond that. Now you have established supermarkets, convenience stores. They're all jumping on board, offering their own instant delivery.
So traditional players are adapting?
They have to. And it's not just food and groceries anymore. All sorts of retailers are plugging into these delivery networks. Plus, community group buying is still a really distinct and important channel.
It sounds like the old brick and mortar guys must be feeling the pressure, though.
They definitely are. Competing on fresh goods delivery against HEMA or the quick commerce guys is tough if your store network isn't set up for that kind of rapid fulfillment.
Right.
In fact, the article notes that some of the early new retail experiments, maybe apart from HEMA, actually pivoted towards the quick commerce model.
Why is that?
Probably because it's cheaper and faster to scale up that network of small warehouses compared to building full-blown supermarkets.
Interesting. So there's still lots of experimentation.
Oh, yeah. Convenience store chains, big e-commerce platforms like Tmall and JD, they're all trying out smaller, mini-new retail formats, too. It's this constant churn in the online merge, offline, or FOMO space.
It sounds incredibly dynamic. Any cool examples of traditional shops using instant delivery really well?
Yeah, the article had a couple of great ones. Kiondama, they sell pork.
Okay.
They have this unique thing where they discount stuff every half hour in the evening to clear stock. They use instant delivery with real-time stock info, even scheduled slots, to reach people who can't make it to the store late at night but still want the deals.
Ah, so it extends their selling window and reduces waste. Clever.
Exactly.
Huh?
And Big Waryon, a big fruit chain, they use it for heavy purchases who wants to lug bags of fruit home.
Good point.
Or even if you buy something in the store, you can just have them instantly deliver it home for you. It's all about maximum convenience.
So it becomes part of the service, not just an online add-on. And underpinning all of this, it comes back to the tech, right?
Absolutely.
Ah.
Smartphones in everyone's pockets, those seamless mobile payments. The article hammers home that these are non-negotiable foundations for all these models.
Right.
And again, community group buying plays that interesting role for people maybe less comfortable with complex apps.
Yeah.
It's consumption, yes, but also community building. It's proven really resilient.
Okay, now, one thing people often assume about China is, cheap labor being the main driver. Does the article touch on that for instant delivery?
It does tackle that. And while, yeah, a large available workforce definitely helped it take off initially,
Mm-hmm.
the system now relies heavily on those sophisticated algorithms we talked about.
Yeah.
And it's actually attracting university grads because the earning potential can be pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. Plus, there's a cultural factor. The article mentions jiani, the idea of having side hustles or multiple jobs.
Yeah.
It's quite common in China. So lots of people might do delivery riding alongside other work.
Yeah.
It's not just about cheap labor anymore. It's more complex.
So algorithms and flexible work patterns are just as important?
I'd say so. And just that general innovative spirit. Hey, we can deliver food fast. Why not medicine? Why not cosmetics? That constant questioning and applying tech in new ways.
It's like adaptability.
Exactly. The article even gives a nod to how this is spreading in Southeast Asia, mentions India's Dunzo as an example. They're doing similar things, sometimes adding local twists like laundry pickup, often trying to grab market share before the big Chinese players potentially move in.
A ripple effect globally. So, wrapping it up, instant delivery in China sounds like it's taken traditional ideas, errand running, local deliveries, and just turbocharged them with tech.
That's a great way to put it. It's gone from basic services to this incredibly sophisticated technology-driven infrastructure. It's genuinely changed lifestyles, especially amplified by things like the pandemic. And the sheer range of players involved, tech giants, startups, old-school retailers, community groups, shows how widespread it is, benefiting almost everyone. It really is, as the article concludes, a masterclass in using smartphones, cloud, and cashless payments effectively.
Okay, so to really boil down this deep dive, instant delivery in China. It's way, way beyond just food now. It's fundamental urban infrastructure.
Absolutely.
Built on smartphones and mobile pay, spawning all these new retail models, changing how people shop and live. The big shift, it's not mainly about you going to the store anymore.
Right.
The store effectively comes right to you, often in minutes.
And thinking about that incredible evolution in China, it leaves us with a really interesting question for you, the listener.
Yeah.
Given how fast and how far this has developed there, what do you think might be the next unexpected use case? Or the next big transformation we'll see from instant delivery models, maybe elsewhere in the world? Or even in totally different industries beyond retail? What could it mean for your own life, your local economy? Something to chew on.
Definitely some food for thought there. Well, thanks for diving deep with us into this really fascinating, fast-moving world.